Democracy thrives when citizens take part in shaping their government. In Nigeria, this power lies in a simple but mighty tool, the Permanent Voters Card, that's PVC. However, before you can get your PVC, you must complete the Continuous Voter Registration, which is the CVR. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reopened the CVR ahead of the 2027 general elections. Online pre-registration began on the 18th of August 2025, while in-person registration at INEC centers started on the 25th of August 2025. This is the golden opportunity for eligible Nigerians to take the first step towards owning their PVC and their voice in governance. It's a wonderful episode and brand new week on your favorite primetime show, Ways. My name remains Osayiwa Mesali. And today we're discussing CVR, and we're saying that that's your first step to the power of your PVC. So joining us tonight is Tope Adenugba, the Principal System Analyst, VR ICT Department, INEC Lagos. And we also have Septembe. She is the HOU Public Affairs and Publicity Voters Education, INEC Lagos. They've joined us via Zoom tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, gentleman and lady. Are you there? Good evening. Okay, if you are there, you should be muted or something is happening to the network. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Tope.
Yes, good evening, Nigerians.
Good evening. So let's start quickly because we have a lot to unpack with the conversation,
good evening,
right?
Nigerians.
Thank you, Esther. So why does CVR matter? Continuous voters registration. Why does it matter? Who wants to go first? So we give the ladies, ladies first. Esther, let me come to you. Why does CVR matter?
Okay. CVR matters because it's an exercise validated by the Electoral Act whereby citizens who are eligible are registered to vote. It is from the CVR that the citizen's name can get onto the voters register and a PVC issued, which enables Nigerian citizens to vote. That is why it's the first step for elections to take place. The citizens must have their names captured in our voter register, and then a PVC will be issued to them. This enables them vote.
Awesome. So let me come to you, Tope. Right?
Okay.
So do you want to really touch on the process of this continuous voters registration? Because a lot of people have argued that it's still a bit, would I say still a bit archaic? But I hear there's an online version and there's also a physical version. Maybe you just help us break down how the CVR right now is ongoing.
Okay, thank you very much. The CVR online registration started on the 18th of August 2025, followed by the in-person voter registration, which commenced on Monday, 25th of August 2025. Okay, like you said, there are two versions, but ideally, INEC has made provisions for voters or intending voters to process the application online instead of coming to the registration center. So for the first step, for the online registration, those people who are in the category of voter transfer, that is transferring the polling booth to another one because of maybe they've moved to a different location, can actually process that particular application on our CVR portal. For people who have, for some reason, changed their names or want to update their address or update any information on their PVC, can also do that on the CVR portal. For those people who have lost their PVCs, people with defaced or damaged PVCs can also do that on the CVR portal. You know, the CVR portal was designed in a way whereby it gives the citizens like a seamless experience whereby you can easily log in, you know, online and process these applications. Those who are supposed to come physically to the registration centers are those people who are registering for the first time. That is people in the category of people who just clocked the age of 18, or people for some reason who have never registered before. We have cases of people who have traveled out of the country for like a while and they're back and wants to exercise the civic duties. You know, this is an opportunity for them. But before then, for them to have like a quick voter experience at the registration center, they could pre-register on the CVR portal instead of going physically right off to start filling forms and wait for a queue. The CVR portal is designed in a way whereby when you pre-register on our CVR portal, you get the opportunity to book an appointment of your convenience at a registration center closest to you to do your biometrics capture.
That's interesting. I'm just curious, how long would the CVR process, you know, run for?
Okay, the CVR process is ongoing right now and it will end on August 30, 2026.
Oh, 2026. Okay, great. So it means that we have good time. But let me come back to you, Esther, because, you know, in the past, right, a lot of times Nigerians have complained about facing challenges, right? And usually there's always, I don't know why we have this mindset of always waiting till the dying minute, you know, before we go get things done, you know, especially when it comes to the continuous voters registration process, right? We always wait for dying minute because when you see that it is, they've announced that it's about to shut down, you will go to the offices, you cannot breathe. And that's when we start to do content creation. We start to create videos and post it online and create a lot of sensations around it. But tell me, right, what is it a problem of low awareness, right? Is it a problem of that people are not properly sensitized, or what exactly causes that issue where we're having, you know, delays, people do not even go, they now wait till dying minute and the entire offices are overwhelmed? Why do we always have that issue?
I would want to first say that it's not a problem of people not being aware, because if I am to give you an example, like from that 25th of August, when the in-person registration started, we had very, very large turnout of people coming to register, because as we go around, that's those of us in the voter education and publicity department, we go around markets, we're on TV, sensitizing people about their need to come register now. You find out that the reason for that is just the Nigerian factor. The average Nigerian will keep postponing the, the day that they will want to come get it done till when it's almost late. It's a Nigerian thing, and it has continued to repeat over the years. And the voter education and publicity department has taken it upon ourselves to keep sensitizing. In fact, one of the things we keep hammering on this time around is do not wait till next year. Do not wait till August. Come do it now when there won't be crowd at the registration points. So for us, it is the Nigerian factor. Nigerians just have to get things done when they will end up saying, we have suffered. I've been there since morning. All manner of things they get. One will wonder we didn't have so the conclusion of the whole thing, it is the Nigerian factor. It's not a fault from the Independent National Electoral Commission, because we go out to and tell them of what is going on, even as the CVR continues.
Okay, it's good to know, because I was just going to even touch on the fact that how are we reaching out to people in local communities, but hearing you speak, you've gone to different places, you know, to do the groundwork to sensitize the people at those, you know, local and rural communities. Let me come back to you, Tope, because there's something around...
It's still ongoing.
Okay, it's still ongoing, yeah. You know, so there's something about starting a process online and finishing the process online. I know you made mention of the fact that a lot of people, for instance, change of addresses, if you had errors in your name, but you already registered in the system and maybe you had issues with name errors or you're moving transfers and all of those things that would require you to re-register. Is that process completely going to be done online, or at some point you will still require to go to a physical place? You know, I say this to say that since my capture, everything has already been done online. It's just updating my details. I would love to change, because I have moved houses, for instance. I would love to move my voting polling unit to where I currently live. Is this something I can start the process online and finish online, or is something that I have to now go and then at some point go to a physical office?
Okay, thank you very much. Like I said before, voter transfer, information updates, loss or defaced PVC can be done on the CVR portal. So let me highlight the CVR portal address. It is cvr.inecnigeria.org. So let me just break down the process. When you get on the portal. When you get on the portal, right, you sign up as a new user, just in case you don't have an account on that portal. When you sign up, you select the application that you want to select, which is voter transfer or information update or whatever application you want to select. Once you select that, automatically the system tells you to fill in some basic information. Basic information like the state whereby you've once registered before and the local government and your date of birth, then the search begins. Once you're found, the system asks you to do a review. When I say review, like a revalidation of your voter information, which prompts you to take a set of photograph in the sense of you taking a photograph of your straight face and the other photograph of you smiling. The reason why that is done is because it enables the IVED to be able to recognize who you are at the back end. That is the picture you took when you registered previously. So then you select the application you want. You don't need to visit the registration center if you're doing a voter transfer or information updates or card loss. The only time you visit the registration center is when you are a new registrant. Though you can pre-register online, the beauty of pre-registering online is that it gives you the opportunity to yes, you get an appointment. It gives you the opportunity to just get into the registration center at your day of appointment and capture it right away. You don't need to wait for the queue. That is the beauty of pre-registering online. But you can also come physically to the registration center. For example, in Lagos, we have 21 registration centers. We have 20 registration centers in the 20 local government areas, and we have one registration center at the state office, making 21. So you could walk into any registration center that is closest to you to process your PVC.
Okay. So it would just mean that it was only at the point of picking up your PVC that you will need to visit the center if you are doing any of those things, if you're not a new user on the platform. Right?
I didn't get your question, ma'am.
No, I'm just concluding that at some point you would all you will need to probably do is go pick up the actual permanent voter's card. If you've done everything online, that's if you are not in the category of a new a fresh registration. That's what I mean.
Okay. So when you process that online, you wait until the PVC collection exercise starts. Then you go to the INEC local government office where you're registered to pick up your PVC.
To pick up, yeah. So I'm just trying to confirm at what point you would need to go pick up. Why I say this, or why I'm asking and emphasizing on this, is the fact that I know a lot of people have changed locations and all of that, and they might feel that the process might still be, cumbersome. right? So it's important for them to know that everything can be done online. The only point you'll be needed physically would be when you just need to go pick up the physical card. So that's what I'm trying to clarify here.
Okay.
Okay, so let me
Yes,
come
of
back
course.
to you, Esther. Can you walk us through, what's it called? The level of, what's it called? Professional services that we are going to be getting from INEC. One of the biggest challenges that we have in Nigeria is that there is a disconnect between what INEC is doing and what Nigerians believe INEC is doing. That's number one. Number two, we always feel like, you know, maybe this is not at the point of this stage now, at the point of maybe voting and all of that, we always feel that INEC use people that are just, you know, of course, youth corpers and all of those things. We feel that sense that there might not be some level of professional, what's it called, training that must have gone through this people. So tell me the selection process for the people that are going about doing sensitization and all of that. How well grounded are they, you know, and how well grounded are they, and how much deep understanding do they have, well enough to be able to then transfer that information and that knowledge to the people that they are sensitizing? Esther, are you there? Did we lose her? Okay. Tope, did you get the question? No. Okay, I think let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we will continue the conversation. Stay with us. All right, thanks for staying tuned. Now, if you just tuned in, we are discussing CVR, your first step to the power of the PVC. Now, please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also leave us a message on our YouTube links. We'll read your messages. You can call us on 070-2500-7749 or 0701-424-2420. I still have with me Esther and Tope. I don't know if they're still there. Esther, are you back now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. Did you get my question before we lost you, or do you want me to come back again with the question?
Yes, I did.
Oh, please go ahead.
Did you okay? You were. I must say first that at this point we do not use ad hoc staff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, teachers and all that. The sensitization is purely for INEC staff, who, amongst other qualities, are people of integrity. They will carry out the duty professionally, and they are fair and gender sensitive, and also considers elderly people, pregnant women, and all that. This sensitization is done by INEC staff who know what sensitization is all about, who knows what the voter education is all about. So we do not use ad hoc staff at this point. Every one of us knows that this is our job, and we go about carrying it out professionally in a transparent and fair manner, as is expected of us.
Okay, that's great to hear. I don't know if we have Tope with us. Okay, Esther, let me still stay on you, right? How do you think the media is going to help with, what's it called?
Okay.
With help with what you're doing in driving conversations to grassroots, sensitizing the public? How do you think the media can partner with INEC?
Of course, before now, the media and INEC have always partnered. We liaise with them in publicity, so much that even while we are having programs, stakeholders, they are involved. And like I said, part of our work is to go on TV, on radio, to talk about what we are doing. So there's that synergy between INEC and the media, with the journalists, with the press, with TV houses, It has been ongoing before now, so it's not a new thing. The only way we can reach the populace is through lesson media, and it's been ongoing.
So, okay, let me rephrase the question, right? There's a lot of misinformation, right? There's a lot of apathy going on when it comes to voting in Nigeria generally, right? And I think after the 2023 general elections, I think a lot of people, this is now off of the street, a lot of people feel the PVC is not as powerful as we try to push that narrative, right? The point I'm driving at is there some program that would also help, whilst we're doing desensitization on the importance to drive people to go register and get their permanent voters registration, permanent voters card out for the upcoming elections? Like, are there intentional, information that is being pushed, and how is the media going to help to push that further, to just kind of douse the issues around apathy, especially when it comes to issues with voting?
Okay. I must say that, INEC as a commission, we have various ways of reaching out. What you're asking me is like, apart from just telling them about coming out to register, do we still have other programs lined up to get them out to come register? Yes, we do, because in the voter education department, we have several activities lined up. We are going to reach out to them right there in their markets, in the marketplaces, and in their workplaces, going around with our jingles to let them know what is going on and telling them the need for them to come out now to register, because without a PVC, you cannot vote. And in all this, there are places where we get the media involved to help us, televise and put it on radio so that people will hear us. Before now, our HOD has been on TV, has been on radio, talking about what is going on. And we believe that all this will go a long way to make the people know that INEC is in for a serious business.
Tope, let me come back to you now. Let's talk
sustainable democracy. The citizens must participate one way or the other to get themselves involved in the CVR.
Okay. I lost you for a second, but yeah, I think I got the message. Tope, let me come back to you. The system, because you're an ICT man, I try to keep the conversations around your expertise, right? Now, tell me how well, in terms of the system that we have built, is it going to be strong enough to accommodate? Because, with all the things that we're saying, we're still having issues around low... the percentage of people that still go out to register to vote is still quite low. If we wake up tomorrow and 200 million Nigerians, let's say we are all above 18, now this is hypothetically, 200 million Nigerians want to go and they want to register and they want to pick their PVC, how prepared is INEC for that inflow?
INEC is really prepared about the whole process, because the commission has invested so much, especially in technology, to safeguard our database and all the processes attached to the CVR. For example, we have a software that runs with the CVR portal, which is called the EiE. The EiE is a software that stores, search, and matches large biometrics such as the face, the iris, and probably the fingerprints of a voter, whereby at the point of registration, for example, if you had registered before and you try to register again as a new voter, you won't be getting a PVC. You won't be getting a PVC because double registration is a crime already. So the system flags you automatically and deletes the new registration you did. And for the PVC collection, like you said, the PVC collection has also been attached to the CVR portal, whereby when you pick up your PVC, the system checks and marks that you've picked up your PVC. And for those who have not collected, the system still gives them the opportunity to like pick up, by coming to the registration center or the INEC office in the local government to claim your PVC.
That's interesting. So, do we have any plans to start to include other people, other Nigerians that are not within the shores of the country in terms of registration? Do we have any plans for them to say, okay, there's a system that can give them the opportunity to also be part of the voting process, just like the way we have it in other parts of the world? In terms of our technology, are we looking to that?
Okay, yeah. INEC's voter infrastructure is strong enough to like cater for that. But, like INEC is guided by the Electoral Act. So it depends on the push from the Commission to the National Assembly to like make it a law. If it is not a law, then that is not going to happen till it becomes a law for the aspirants to be able to like register and cast their votes from wherever they are around the world.
Okay, so let's just quickly talk on how far we've come from the 12th of August, I believe, or was it 12th now, or 18th of August that
18th.
Yeah,
18th.
that is started till now. What is the numbers? How are we doing? I think, was it you that mentioned that a lot of people came to the office, or it was Esther that mentioned that? But tell me in terms of figures, right? Is this looking very progressive that, yes, there's a lot going on within the registration in terms of figures now? If we can get data, that would be nice.
Okay, I really don't have access to the figures right now. You can get the figures at the moment from the INEC Nigeria social media handles when they post. I believe they should be posting the update for last week, today or tomorrow, so you could get the statistics from there. But the turnout has been pretty impressive, based on the last CVRs we've had, like in 2021, 2022, 2017, 2018. I don't think we've ever had this kind of turnout we have right now at the early stages of the CVR exercise. It's really impressive. It's really impressive. So Nigerians are getting more informed through the different sensitizations done by the voter education department, and also our social media handles, play a big role in disseminating information to the general public.
That's good. So just speaking about social media, so from the report that was posted on the 25th of August, 1.379 342 Nigerians registered just in the space of 1 week. So this means that it's looking good, just like you have said. But Esther, let me come back to you. If there's one challenge you would like to address, one of the problems that probably you have seen, in just going around and sensitizing people on the need for the CVR, and you had an opportunity to address that problem, or you had multiple challenges, what would those challenges be, that you would love to address?
That's with the populace, with the citizens.
Yes. No, it can be any way. It can be on all sides, like just your general observations and concerns that you think would be important for people to note.
Okay. What I would want them to note is they should, addressing delay, postponement of, the D-Day of coming to get involved, register themselves in the ongoing continuous voter registration. Because over time, like we've mentioned, it becomes an issue because you find out that INEC as a commission through the Voter Education and Publicity Department will do all is in our power to do, sensitizing people through various platforms. But we still see the citizens who know about it, but who keep saying, postponing it, I'll do it next year, that at the end, we reach that peak whereby we are faced with crowd who sometimes will not want us to go at the end of the day. So the challenge I will want to address in a way of sensitizing people is to ask them to do it now. When you come, you will be attended to, even though as it is now, we are just at the local government. There comes a time when it will go down to the registration area or what. Let them do it now. No postponement. That is what I would want to address in terms of voter education and publicity.
Okay, Tope, let me come to you. Are you on the same on the same boat with Esther, or you have another thing you would like to add to that?
Yes, do it now, because Nigerians have the spirit of procrastination. You know, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Then before you know it, it is 2026 and you have the large crowd. You know, but I will still emphasize on the fact that if you don't have any business doing your biometrics capture at the registration center, it's something you could do at the comfort of your home on the CVR portal. That is for the other categories of applications aside new registration. I also want to emphasize that if you have registered anywhere in Nigeria from 2011, so I'm going to list out the years when registration was done in Nigeria. 2011, 2014, 2017, 2018, 2021, and 2022. If you registered in these years anywhere in Nigeria, you can actually access your voter information on the CVR portal and process transfers, information updates, card loss. You don't need to register as a new voter, because if you do, you won't get your PVC. That is double registration. The software ABs will automatically strike your registration out. That is waste of time and money.
Can't the software not allow you to re-register so that you don't have the problem of double registration? Instead of saying that it should automatically reject, you know, that registration because it's already in the system, and say, or this whatever already exists. We have that in some of the things that we try to do in other platforms. Instead of allowing it to go through, then the person now suffers double registration.
Let me tell you the truth about Nigerians. You know, when citizens come to the registration centers and you ask them, have you registered before? They tell you no. Most people come for voter registration mainly because of their bank, probably needing it for their BVN, and they fail to realize that the voter's card is strictly for voting. You know, like we've had cases like people in the past, because they've used a year or a date of birth that is different from their actual date of birth, they start having issues with their banks and they want to come back to change it. Then they have issues searching for their information. You know, if you don't get the right, credentials to like logging into your information, then it won't go through. The CVR portal has been designed by professionals. I'm sure they know what they did, and that is why the system is like that right now.
Because I'm just trying to reconcile it in my head. How, yeah, I'm trying to reconcile it in my head. Except maybe my name was Peace Osayiwame Sally, I now say Osayiwame Peace Sally. You understand? If it is the same name, same age, same date of birth, immediately I put enter. It should say you sorry, this whatever exists. So I know that, oh, I cannot do a double registration instead of allowing it to go through. But you know what? Let's just use this time to say the portal is still a work in progress, you know? So they will keep on iterating and they will keep on, you know, updating and all of that. But if we truly want to now, apart from the fact that, what's it called? You want to address the timing and ensuring you're not waiting for dying minute and all of that. How are we leveraging? Because I think it was you that touched it, social media. Are we, because I've seen it in the past happen where INEC will reach out to top celebrities, you know, to encourage people to go do their voters. Are we going to leverage? Okay, Esther, let me come to you on that. Are we leveraging the power of social media to reach out to influencers, people that have good influence and good following online and are able to talk about those things, is it something that, INEC is strongly considering so that they can have more people, get sensitized and, go and pick up their permanent voters card?
Okay, for now, I would say, the CVR just started, and INEC is always open to, reaching out to the people like through our social media handles. I want to believe that that's also in the pipeline, especially from our headquarter end, to reach out to the populace, maybe using celebrities. I must say that INEC will exhaust every possible means to see that the populace, the citizens are sensitized and encouraged in every way possible for them to carry out their civic responsibility, which is for now going out to register and later to vote. So I believe it's in the pipeline.
It's in the pipeline. All right. So, Tope, do you have a final thoughts on this? And let me hear your thoughts.
Okay, my final thought is please go out and get your PVC. Don't wait till the dying minutes. Just take the opportunity of now. I'll take the opportunity of the CVR portal, because why waste your time and money going to the registration center when there's some applications you can actually do on the CVR portal? Do it now. That is the message. Do it now.
Tope, I want to say what's on my mind, but let me keep quiet. You know that Nigerians are the anything government portal. You understand? Somehow, I think we just have a bad, what's it called? A bad program in our brain to just believe that those portals might not, they won't work. So I think that's why I say that there's a lot of work to be done in terms of sensitizing the people. And if you ask me, I would say INEC should not wait, till dying minutes. Because if this is the time now to start to talk to, let people that have influence, even do demos, do it online, let people see so that that it's a very simple process and you can get it done. I think it's just that it's a Nigerian thing. It's a Nigerian thing.
Okay, let me chip something in. You asked Esther about engaging celebrities to help us drive the PVC campaign. But normally, INEC, like she said, it is still at the early stage, but INEC will eventually engage some of the celebrities. In 2022, we had massive concerts whereby you come to party and at the same time you're doing your registration. This happened at TBS. I think EiE was also involved. It was called Youth Vote Count. It was really massive. We had a lot of celebrities pushing. It was done in Lagos, Abuja, and I think Port Harcourt, and all that. So it is still at the early stage. I'm sure the commission will be considering something like that pretty soon.
Awesome. I remember that party very well, and I thought that was very innovative. It was good. But Esther, we have a second to go. Quickly, do you have any final thoughts so we can wrap up? Oh, did we lose that? All right, so the permanent...
Okay, my final thought is
go
let
ahead.
Nigerians come out. And I wanted to say that Nigerians, all those eligible to vote, to register, and all those who have one issue or the other should come plain, be honest. Because we're saying something about why should the two registration be struck out. That's like a kind of punishment for trying to deceive the commission, or do I say deceive the continuous voter registration exercise. Be plain with us. If it's a transfer, whatever thing you are doing, put in the right details. If you have registered before, tell us that. So that even if you are not so conversant with using the digital technology, that's our going to the portal and all that, you will be guided rather than going to do it a second time. You cannot cheat the commission in terms of registering a second time. That's my final word.
Thank you so much, Tope and Esther, for your time this evening.